And we're back for round 5, I think. So I've flown 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got my 5th battery in there right now. So we're going to fly 5 batteries. It's going to give us another 25 minutes worth of actual flight time. That's flight time. And we'll do some control checks and let's get this done so I can go back to work, because I'm sure they're wondering where I went. Left, right, up, down, and left, right. Okay. I'm going to put this video on YouTube and they're going to go, aha! Caught you! Red-handed! Caught you! Blue-handed! Sky blue! Gray-handed! Anyways, let's have some fun. All right, let's throw the Wildcat. Tossing cats into the air. All right. Tossing cats in the air. Okay. All right, we're just having fun. I'm not really focusing on totally skill maneuvers, and in fact, I'm not really even thinking about the maneuvers. I'm just kind of flying. So we are free flying today, just so that I get stick time. Stick time. Let's talk stick time. I was talking a little bit in those other videos, but so I believe that you should get stick time whenever and wherever possible. The good thing about the Wildcat, and by the way, because it develops muscle memory, which I talked about in an earlier video, muscle memory just like shooting, okay? You develop muscle memory when you get stick time. Not only that, you'll learn your model. You really, really learn your model, okay? You know what the model's going to do before it does it. And I'm not to sound so esoteric and deep and psychological, but yeah, I mean really, you know what the model's going to do before it even does it. Okay, so shooting. So if you're really good on the trigger and you're just a good shooter, you know when you've messed up a shot the second you pull the trigger. I mean, I'm dead serious. You know right away. It's like, oh man, you know, and sure enough, you miss the target, or you're outside of the target rings, or you're wherever, okay? Yeah, it's getting a little windy. This was good. This is the last battery anyways. So the Wildcat is really good for this sort of thing because it's very simple. It's the basic flight controls too, by the way, okay? So it's the flight controls you're going to use on every model. You know, elevator, aileron, rudder, throttle. You're going to use that, well, unless it's a slope soarer, you're not going to have throttle, but you understand what I'm saying, all right? You're flying a powered model. These are the basic flight controls, the flaps and the landing gear and the bomb release and I don't know, the opening canopy and gosh knows what else. Those are all nice to haves, but those aren't really necessary. They're not mandatory. So therefore you're not going to have them on every model. And she's really getting buffeted. So you're not going to have them on every model. So these are the basic flight controls in the Wildcat, so it's good because of that. Here's the other thing that it's good for. It's so small that you can just sort of toss it in the back of pretty much any car, really. And I've got a little hanger in mine. I like the way the C-Max worked out. I have a little hanger back there behind the seat that I can cover up, and she actually sits in a shaded environment. So it's really kind of cool. So I don't have to worry about getting her out of the sun, getting her out of the heat. As you know, sun and heat are really bad on these, expanded polyolefin, I think is the word, EPO. Let's just stick to the acronym. Anyways, heat and sun are really bad on these EPO models, gives them that, some people call it gator finish, some people call it basketball finish, but you know what I'm talking about. How it makes her look like she's got little welts all over her. And sometimes with these Parkzone models, you just can't help it. It's like you look at them cross-eyed and they get that rough finish. Okay, whatever. It's the nature of the beast. You got to deal with it. But yeah, the Wildcat's great for it because it's so small. And not only that, it just handles so well. I mean, it's just so fun to throw around. I mean, this model is just, it's fun. So the epitome of fun. So I like it. I like them. It is absolutely by far and away my favorite models to fly is the Wildcat. They get the most flight time in my fleet. And I've had quite a few models through the years. I've got a beast of a model sitting in the hangar right now in the Carbon Z Cub, and that thing's just a blast to fly. It really is. But the Wildcat is an everyday flyer. The Z Cub is not. The Z Cub is not. So, anyway, yeah, stick time. Get stick time. Get stick time whenever you can. All right. Well, hey, wind's in my back. I can feel it on my little neck. And we're going to go ahead and land her real quick here. And I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it another day at the field. And we're going to bring her in, see how soft we can set her down. And we'll see. Let her build a little speed. Oh, nice. All right. Self-critique, because I'm self-critiquing all the time. My right wing was a little down, but that's okay, and I'll explain why. If you look at the flag, I came in on a quartering wind. There's a lesson in every flight that I do. So I came in on a quartering wind, a slight cross. Look at Kitty, man. So she starts coming in, and right towards the end, we kept the right wing down because that was my upwind wing. Does that make sense? So I kept the upwind wing down a little bit. So I really was aileroning into the wind a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'll tell you another weird thing you're going to get a good chuckle out of. I really wasn't even thinking about it because a lot of times the things that I do on this field, and you'll see me flying, are automatic. It just happens. Okay? But if you look at the wind, look at the way I came in, we aileroned a little bit into the wind so that this wind wouldn't catch this wing and flip her up on landing. Does that make sense? So it wouldn't flip her, right? So I kept her just a little bit like this as we set down. And hey, it all goes back to muscle memory. So we really are going to finish this video where we started. Stick time and muscle memory. And on that happy note, y'all have a great day. Happy landings and happy flyings. Or happy flying. Have a great day.